Good morning, everyone. Today is November 17, 2020, Tuesday. I just want to give you a quick recap and also what things to know before the bell and what are some of the earnings reporting that already came out. When Moderna came out with vaccines 94.5% effective, driving momentum to lead the Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 finished the day at all-time high levels. It marks the Dow's first record close since February. Dow closed at 29,950 when S&P 500 closed at 3,623 and Nasdaq hit at 11,924. While Moderna stock has hit a year high around 103 intradays, biotech symbol BNTX and price symbol PFE down 3%. This news also drove airlines, hotels, and cruises stock higher again. Stay-at-home plays such as Zoom, Netflix, Sophie, Amazon tumble. Spot gold fell as much as 1.3% to 1865 per ounce as investors will take our safe haven assets. The precious metal pair losses through the morning. Bitcoin climbed as high as 16,854. Oil was up yesterday to around $42 level, but kind of down this morning to $40.50. Yesterday after market hour, Tesla has invited to be included in Nasdaq 500. This drove the stock 14% up at pre-market. Though nothing has changed from the operational perspective and fundamentally, investors' perception of getting recognition is a positive sign of strength of Tesla. Tesla made a long way from losing money to 5 consecutive quarter profit. NIO, XP, EV have also followed Tesla's lead to move up higher. Home Depot earnings per share came in at $3.18 versus consensus of $3.04, a lot stronger than estimated, with revenue also beat the estimate. Walmart earnings per share came in as $1.34 versus consensus of $1.18, and revenue was $134.7 billion, which was also better than estimated. However, both stock prices were slightly down after hour yesterday. US Dow futures is down approximately 200 points, and S&P 500 down 30 points as of this morning, while Nasdaq is slightly up. Gold is very close to 1900 mark, and WTI crude is slightly down to 40.50 as mentioned earlier. Elon Musk's wealth grew by $15 billion after Tesla finally scored an entry into S&P 500. The billionaire is on track to become the world's third richest individual. On the data docket, speeches from Federal Reserve Chairman Powell and Bank of New York Federal President John Williams deal. The rising coronavirus case remain a concern, but the optimism from the anticipated vaccine and new therapeutics is superseding those concerns. Remember, the market is forward-looking, and 6 months from now, the virus is expected to be far less of a problem, in large part due to the vaccines. While everyone thinks the market is bullish, I remind you guys to be more mindful and select the right stocks in your portfolio. Volatility still exists as some of the high-tech stocks are lower than the 52-week high. I'm not going to predict the direction of a market at the moment, as this becomes very difficult because the last few weeks before the election to this point, it was just very dramatic and the market was just valley and different than what people or analysts were predicted. There's no big news to throw the market down right now, or if another vaccine comes in availability, the market will rally over 30,000 points, which we are very close anyway. There's a fund manager who made a very nice return during last March time frame, which is 44% year to date, benefiting the market crashes. So he bought the opposite direction of the index and bet against it. And he could be right, so he did the same yesterday, could be right. But bear in mind, he may wait for months and incur losses until it happens. So again, because what I just said, it's very hard to predict from now till end of December. Is the market going to continue to rally and go up and hit higher, or it actually gone down? And also, just to let you know that, not surprising, there was a very smart PhD professor who actually predicting a melt up that Dow will hit 40,000. So if it actually happen next year, then he's so right. Maybe this is one of the guy you need to follow in terms of investment, especially if you bet on the index. Right now, technical analysis are not able to tell you what will happen over the next 2 months, but project market will be up next year, which have some people predicted 10%, some people predict 15%. There also possibility of shifting bucket from one sector to another, which is kind of we seeing it that the energy sector have been the leader last week and a half, and it had gone up a lot. Particularly in Shell, if you notice, it was down from $23 to now $32, which is significant high. Part of it because they made the announcement reissue of the dividends, which is what the investor will love about 4 to 5% dividend historically for Shell was given. I think there's always a mistake when a company deny or say, well, we are doing bad jobs and we're not giving dividends anymore. Big mistake to the stock price. If you have followed my video, you know that I've given a few good stock to buy. XPEV, which is electric vehicle, Chinese electric vehicle, has already taken off. So will not be the one to buy the level I suggested. Maybe now is have to be around 40-ish. And BLNK has also gone up by 20% and quite different than my purchase price range. But this one definitely is a good one to be in the portfolio. For those who bought those two, even the price was slightly higher than I suggest, the portfolio should see the very nice unrealized profit at the moment. BIGC is a little struggle along with Amazon Sophie, but this indicates a good buying point, a little bit lower than what I have suggested, which is around $68. And I was saying anything below basically 75, 70 to 75 good to buy. TACO and SUM have not reached a buy point yet. With the news of vaccine, retail and hotel stock have been rock and roll, so they were off to the purchase level I suggested. But I mean, for the long time range, these are good to own anyway. Zoom, CM, which is I always saying don't buy at $500, have reached the range I have suggested, but I'll probably lower it by another 10% before considering. What you need to consider Zoom is this, okay? I don't think this stock is hopeful anymore. Don't worry about whatever people tell you, because I told you 500 is way over valuation. But here's a deal, which I have no inside information again. Maybe they were trying to make a deal and work with Microsoft, work with some other big company to buy them out. So that probably will be the possibility if you would decide to buy, let's say drop to 350. Well, you want to have any good and make money off of it, you probably the chance is somebody gonna acquire them. But of course, I don't know if this happened or not, negotiation going on or not, so don't ask me. DT, Data Trace, I may be a stock you would also like to watch closely and good chance to hit the purchase level. I really like this stock DT. I think at $32 would be a good buying price, but why not 35 plus, or actually 35 below if you don't mind paying a little higher. This one is supporting the AWS company, if I'm correct, and which is what the high-tech company needed for doing the cloud computing. And also, see, here's a deal, right? This company, if you look at Apple, look at Google, look at Amazon, what the heck they making money off of? They're not making off of the fundamental, the introduction of the old business. They're actually making money off of cloud business. So, well, do they make their own cloud? The answer no. So you got to look at the company who provided that to them. So same thing makes sense. Look at TMS. Why the heck it gone up so much now? $92. Because Apple buying the chips from them to build the iPhone 12. So although I do know Apple is trying to do it internally, so eventually the contract will go away. But because the volume is so big anyway, so they may need them to produce. I didn't do the study, and I'm not even sure it's possible, to be honest. These are very internal information that I don't think you get I don't get access to unless you pay for subscription for some other, research analysis or analyst. So, and also the other thing I want to point out too is that if you still have JD, PDD, or PME, I would recommend you consider selling them at this point. And I really like this kind of look back, so you can test me and see if I hit a home run or I totally missed. And I would really tell you if I miss it, okay, unlike other people who don't admit their mistakes. since it's just a platform to supposedly helping you guys, right? I'll be working on a KPI soon and share another video. So stay tuned on that one. The market is rallied for days, but bear in mind, during the election, Biden has mentioned that we'll be in a K-shaped recovery. K-shape, not a V-shape. So it's hard to say when the market will be going down before a will melt up. So will melt up in my view probably next year. Over the last couple of weeks, the market has been sending news about what we like to hear, but protests, continuous layoff due to difficult operating environment, tensions between US and China and Iraq, unclear about the stimulus, record high level of COVID-19 cases. I mean, you name them. And also, the diplomacy about the international policies, antitrust lawsuit that's still going on among all these high-tech giants. I mean, all this stuff. Maybe the sales not going to be as predictable, as great as previous year on Good Friday, and eventually you get the data on that, which means in December the stock market will going down. So these are the possibility to flip the coin on what you see right now. And if you see the graph right now, just want to give you a demonstration that how Dow was have been performed with the sell over 1,800 points in that week and all the way rebound up. And look at the nice landscape as well in March time frame, which actually that was a little bit lower, and there's a pandemic there and driving the market hit really hard to 17,000 points, and right now we are 20 close to 30,000 points. So something to bear in mind that when the market is reacting going down with the correction, this is why individual investors, not let's say fund managers, very very sensitive to that, because if you go down by 40%, it wouldn't be surprising, right? Again, it's just the culture of America. Maybe we're all very optimistic. We're all looking forward. We all think things are great. They presenting the positive news and good side of the story to you. They never. I mean, the part of the analysis, individual investors look at the other side of the tunnel and say, hey, here's some potential concern issues. Well, when is it going to hit us? What the heck is going on? I know Trump is working on something with Middle East countries, so this also can be creating some issues. And then the protests, which I have not closely followed around because I don't think the TV actually showing that much. I'm not sure if that creating any concerns at all, but the market doesn't seem to react into this type of thing sometimes. So be very careful about it, okay? But if you pick the right stock in your portfolio, particularly the one I have recommended, you should be very well placed. If you like my video, please subscribe if you haven't done so and follow me. Have a nice day.